bonjour, hey, y'all. My name is Merc. Welcome back to the Narkler. Hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's hump day. And I always we always say hi to Javi on hump day. I gotta say, Javi's been obvious by their absence lately. Javi, blink twice if you're okay. And if life's kicking your ass, I hope you're fighting back. I hope everything's okay in Javi's world. Let's all wish Javi some love. Because, we notice our alerts when they're absent. And yes, of course, the handsome Mr. Man is here because you know what happens on hump day. We start off right away with a Rio mukbang. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying Javi's having a hard time. I just, usually when people disappear, it's because they're, got stuff going on. So I hope it's good stuff. Let's put it that way. And I got to feed this monster. He's been yapping at me and yelling at me, and I know you've never eaten food before. We're dining tonight on the IAM's perfect portions chicken recipe. I know, Ella, he's starving. And look, I'm so smart now. I brought paper towels, so if it gets all over my fingers. And of course we have his camera set up. So we'll go and feed him, and we can have his little mukbang. I know he's very excited. It's very exciting. Ew! It just literally squirted all over me. Cat food, guys, cat food. Ew. Hang on. Can you hear him? He's all excited. Ew, boo, it stinks, Ree. I don't think I could ever be hungry enough to eat that. Perhaps there's better flavors, but here we go. Over to the... Yes, let's move over here now. Little man. Ouch. Here. Don't look at me. There is your hump day mukbang. I'm real. I'm telling you, it's stinky. Ew, it's all over the paper towel. Ew. It's okay, Bobo. Go ahead. I'll be fine. I'm just saying ew, because, he needs a mini mic. I should invest in some lav mics. I mean, not that he'd wear one. But it'd be funny, though. Druidus, doesn't it? And now it might be on my thing. I'll live. I've smelled worse. You don't smell pretty when you're coming home from the Amazon. I can put up with a drop of cat food. All right, well, I'm going to put him in his place now. Boom. Give him a GoPro. I do have a GoPro, and I've got 1,000 different attachments and accessories for it. Here's a little handy hint if you're a GoPro user. Don't buy GoPro accessories. They're 10 times the cost. I bought a whole box on Amazon of some knockoff. I forget the name, but it's a pretty popular knockoff. I've seen them a lot. A whole box of like 40 different GoPro, different mounts and accessories. I've got the floater for if you want to take it scuba diving. And it was like $25, I think, for the whole box. One GoPro harness is like $90 or something. It's ridiculous. So I've got like 2 of everything now. I got like 2 head harnesses. Oh, maybe not. I might have given them away, but we'll see. Anyway, there's my GoPro trip for you. If you have one, don't buy GoPro accessories. I even bought knockoff batteries. So I have 4 because they burn through batteries really quickly, and there's nothing worse than being out on a boat and your GoPro dies, right? So I have 4 batteries charged at all times, ready to roll. And the batteries too, way cheaper than GoPro batteries. And I found they seem to be about the same because I have one or two official ones, and then I think about 3 or 4 knockoff ones. Oh, coffee is mana from the gods today. Hey, Denver, you know what you were today? Denver was first. Denver, leader of all the spoods, was first today, but followed very quickly by Ethan. Ethan's didn't come to play, Denver. You got to be on your toes. And of course, Vanessa Atalanta. Vanessa Atalanta. Mr. Snork says Denver's disqualified from first. Why is that, Snork? Fluffy said you had that in Disney World, started filming and the camera died at 10 seconds. We've all done it once. You do that once, right? That's how we learn. Denver, I don't know why Snork is being so snorky about everything, but I think you're first. I don't know. Maybe they'll tell me something in the mod chat later on that I'm not aware of, but for now, it looks good to me. Careful with knockoff batteries. Yeah, I made sure I read the reviews of all of these ones, so they're fine. I've used them for a couple of years now. But yeah, you are right. Cheap batteries can cause you problems. I don't have a whole lot. Listen, it's a really gray day today. Of course, it's already 4:26 and the sun sets. Hey, Alexa, what time is sunset?
Sunset in Toronto will be at 4:55 p.m. today.
Like sunset's 5 to 5. So it's it's like a dark, cold day. Not, Snork, I know. For me, it's cold. It's 5. It's 5. And right before poor sun. Sunset's at 3:30, Ella? That's madness. 3:30 is really early. I think we get to about 4:20-ish is about the earliest, and then it starts going back. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you guys. Everybody's got the A girl. I forgot, I'm sorry. Same time here and the sun is setting. It's dusk there. It feels like it's dusk here. It's pretty. It's also, we got big gray clouds. It's just not a pretty time of year for the weather, I don't like it. Just before we went live, I was thinking, I want to go piranha fishing, but I want to go piranha fishing every day. I want to start my day off with going out in the dark, sunrise while I'm piranha fishing, and then maybe come back for breakfast, go to the village, do some work with the kids or build something, have lunch, maybe a little siesta, then eat my piranha, go for a hike. This is the life that I want, right? Sadly, I'm not going piranha fishing. I'm here, but I'm here with you guys, and that's almost as good. Almost. I won't lie. Hey, do you want to hear a little update on Johnny Somali? Remember that creepy guy that I did a narc alert on that not a whole lot of people watched, but you guys did because you guys are the best ones? Johnny Somali has been arrested, finally. Yay! They've taken away his passport, so he can't leave the country. Now, there's a whole bunch of story. It's hard to keep track because it's a fast-moving story, and people report, and not everybody has the right things. But he has been arrested. He's detained in the country, although today, like a couple of hours ago, he was flaunting that he got an emergency. Have you ever seen these emergency passports? They're purple. You can get them if you lose your passport or it was stolen or something. They're pretty much good to just get you home. It's not like you can travel a lot with them. So he was flaunting today that he got a purple emergency passport, right? But the lawyer I watched was saying, yeah, good luck going to the airport with that. They still know who you are. So, and plus he was pretty much on social media flaunting he had a passport, which is kind of saying, I'm going to flee the country, right? On social media. So, although I don't know what social media, because I don't know what he's got left. I guess he could be on Rumble. I know there's some, Snork knew the platform that other creepy guy. Oh my God, I'm going to have a senior moment. You know that he started that charity feet piece, and he had his girlfriend was pregnant, and they were going to walk across the country. Oh my God, super creepy guy. No, it's not Kick. It's something more obscure, Snork. Soroka. Yeah, James Soroka. Yeah, him. No, it's even lower than Kick. It's less known than Kick. I don't know. It was some super shady thing, though. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Kick that he was on. Anyway, regardless, little Jimmy, little Johnny Somali doesn't have anywhere left really to. He might be on Rumble. I can't imagine where else he would be. But the lowest you know is Kick, Cupcakers. I think Rumble is a little below Kick. I felt like it was a weird name, though. I could be just, old and stoned and don't remember. We'll go with that. Anyway, so he's been arrested. He's got a passport. They're kind of stacking up the charges on him now. I think he's actually now been charged with 2 things. The thing he's being charged with is the incident in the convenience store where he threw the ramen noodles everywhere and started yelling at the lady and stuff because she had asked him not to drink alcohol in the store. That's what set off that whole thing, by the way. So he's being charged with that. And I think the streamer who he was doing the VR stuff with might have dropped her charges, but there's something else. Now, what happens is he could be given some time, but more likely a fine. But here's the thing. If he can't pay the fine, which likely he can't because he can't stream anymore, he will have to do hard labor. Can you imagine how beautiful that would be? And the lawyer was saying the things that they use for hard labor in South Korea right now are factory work, like building parts in a factory, or chain gang on a road, fixing roads, or farming, like likely picking cabbages. And I thought, oh, please have no money to pay your fine, and please end up in a chain gang, because I know Ella's really cheering for the cabbage farm, but I'm telling you, if he's on the roadside, people can drive by him all day and film his ass. We might not be able to get onto the farm to see him. And I just would like to see him not only doing hard labor, but maybe being humiliated as he does it. I think would just be a little nice touch. Maybe he could do both. Maybe he could do everything. Yeah, Cupcakers, I don't know if he could get away with doing damage to a crop. They'd probably kill him. They don't fool around there. They're not going to let him horse around on a chain gang. Can't imagine. So that's what's going on with him now. The other thing is, apparently in Korea, the way things work there, just their system is very different. The way it works there, though, they pretty much have about a 90% conviction rate. So it's pretty much a guarantee. When the charges get settled, he'll be doing them all. I will move the camera because I knew he was going to move. Because I knew he wasn't going to sleep where he ate. Because he's probably going to go cave mode soon, right? Let me just move his little camera. Oh, hang on. There. I think he's covered now, no matter what position his royal cat decides to. Uncle Tim was saying he needs a throne to sit on during the streams. And I said, there are actually nice plant things. There are actually cat thrones you can buy. I've seen them, like cat furniture thrones. What's he looking at me like that for? Just go to sleep. So we'll have to look into maybe getting him a throne. You know, he deserves one. He deserves one. So yeah, I don't. We're gonna look at a little TikTok madness today. Hey, can I tell you a nice story about my new pharmacy? Just a nice story, because nice things are nice. It's nice to be nice to the nice, right? I have to change pharmacies. My pharmacy's closing. So I went to one near the house that's an independent pharmacy. It's not part of a chain. And he was so nice. And he said, I went in and he said, okay, well, I can't get this done till later this afternoon. And I said, oh, that's okay. I'll pick it up tomorrow. I'll be fine. I'm not going to die if I miss one day. And he goes, oh, no. No. He said, here's what we'll do. I'll give you one pill that you can take tonight for free. And then tomorrow you can come and pick up the rest of your meds. And I went, okay, that's cool. And he said, did you get your COVID and your flu shot? I said, I just got my COVID and I'm already an appointment for my flu shot. He said, okay, good. And he said, oh, and insurance? I said, no, I pay cash. I don't have health insurance. And he said, all right, well, I'll make sure it's cheaper. I'll charge you less than what you were paying at Rexall. So I went in there today and I swear to God, he charged me $12 for something that I've been paying $28 a month for. What? How nice is that? So that's Canadian pharmacy. The hell, man. How nice is that? I couldn't believe him because I bought a bag of Ricola too, and the whole thing was under $20. So, what? So it's nice to have nice stories, right? Because we hear so much crappy things. I thought it'd be nice to share a little niceness. Nice. Look at Rio. He looks so perfect. He's almost in a throne already. Rat Bat, what's wrong? What? I missed that. Oh, you got your... Oh, my God. Rat Bat, a month without your AD8. You must have been bouncing off the walls. I hope you're feeling better. Cubby kickers, me too, but I think there's value in independent people, and I think that's why sometimes things like, as much as I'll shop at Walmart, we don't want every store to be a Walmart. When you lose that personal touch, when society makes it so people can't run a small business in a cost-effective way that they can keep business, that's what you lose out on, right? That personal touch, that that equity. Like, in the old days, you could go into places and they knew you, and that meant something. Like, they would give you milk and you could pay them tomorrow because they knew you. I'm sure I remember going to a store and them like fronting me cigarettes till the next day. That doesn't happen, that doesn't happen when everything's a great big corporate chain, right? Which is another reason I like small fishing villages like Cavite and Puerto Viejo. I want to say we've settled on our place for our Costa Rican trip, and I think we're full. I'm sad to say. I think we've got as many people as we can manage. I mean, if there's anybody that really wants to come with us, absolutely get in touch with me. We can probably figure it out. You might not be able to stay in the same place, but we can find a place nearby. I don't want to say no to anybody, but I think we've probably got our quota. I was looking at the list now. There's some really, I'm not committing anybody. I'm not going to mention any names. If you feel like it, you can mention your own name. But I was looking at the list of the people that are even possibilities, but aren't really committed yet. And we're maxed out at 9 right now. So if everybody goes, we've got 9. I suspect we'll probably have 5 or 6. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I guess by January or February, we'll have commitments. And, if somebody drops out, we'll have space. So, and if it works out well, I'm more than happy to do this twice a damn year. So don't feel bad if you're missed out this time. We'll probably go away again. All I want to do is travel and YouTube. That's all I want to do now. So, and it'd be even better if I could make travel my YouTube. Then I could travel even more. So, fingers crossed. January, February is when we'll need commitments by, So maybe in March I'll be going, oh my God, you guys, there's only 3 of us. Who wants to come? You never know. You never know. And then if there is only 3 of us, we can make that work too. So we're pretty flexible, right? And then also, if you can't come this time, you'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll get back and you'll go, oh, I don't want to travel with her. She looks horrible. So Jack says travel vlogs. Listen, I still have to do at least 3 videos from the Amazon. I've just been putting it off, and I apologize. I think what I'll do next is the one with the kids, feeding the kids, because that's what you guys did. And I haven't given you the video of that yet. So I think I got to do that one next. It's just been hard going, but I'll kick my ass. Hey, Dan and Gabby. Nice to see you kids. Oh, thank you, Polly. I'm glad you appreciate an early stream. What is it? I closed this. Did I have any other notes? I guess not. So today what we're going to look at is this crazy TikTok woman. TikTok, the gift that just won't stop giving. Good Lord. Some of you know this story already. I was watching the chat. Toronto's on your wish list? That's nice, Jack. I think it's a pretty nice city to visit. It was picked on, I just read on some list. I was even walking around the other day and I thought, pretty nice looking city, you know, like everything's pretty nice looking. This is like, kind of woke up and went, hey, it's not bad around here. Rio looks traumatized. What's the matter? It's because he's staring at me. It's just a weird camera angle, but that's what he's doing. He'll end up on the stool any minute. I don't think he looks like he's going to get too cozy there. I have a feeling he'll end up back over here. I know how my little man works. My little man. Look at him. TikTok is where all the narcs go. Now, this is a Karen. More than a narc specifically. It falls more into the Karen. And I know that some of you know the video. And some of you do not. So I thought it might be fun to start not with the actual incident, but more with the, how can I do this without doing any spoilers? The Karen is a 48-year-old woman who had an altercation with some teenage girls, not young teenage girls, 18, 19-year-old teenage girls out in public. She did something, and then some things happened. But I thought it would be interesting because, of course, the Law and Order, is that what it's called? Law and Crime. You know that channel on YouTube? Law and Crime. They, of course, have the full body cam. So rather than just look at the ticky-tackies, elder teens. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Yeah, Marina, it's a perk of membership. Oh, now I'm reading. Now I'm looking at the cat. I'm so easily distracted today. I tell you, I'm like a bird poking at shiny things. We have the full body cam rather than just the TikTok. So I thought we could skip through some of the body cam. Now, this is body cam footage of her visiting the police station and telling her side of the story, the woman. And then we're going to intercut it with some reactions from the elder teens. The young women. Can I call them that? Is that politically correct? Still, am I allowed to say young women? Let me know. That's what I'm going with that until someone tells me different. No offense meant. So no, you don't need YouTube Premium. You just need to be a member of the channel. I believe it's $2.99 Canadian. I don't remember. And if that's out of your budget, which is fine, hang around. Make sure you have accepting the gifts because sometimes we just get gift-a-palooza in here and people gift a lot of members. So that's always a possibility too. Look at him, Beth. Look at him. Beth said Rio is an excellent distraction. I know. Look at him face. God, Rio. All right, so here's the lady, and she's going to tell us her story, and she's gone to the police station. Now, this is after the incident, and the girls have posted on TikTok. So the incident has, at this point, become a little bit viral. She's getting a little bit of notoriety from it.
Little girls have continued to incite a mob, and I've been harassed all day.
So she came up, did that, and then she touches me.
Okay, they're going to cut here in between. These are the young women. You know, God, the stupid TikTok. I'm afraid to. I mean, internet. I'm afraid to say anything. Zinny Bean says my cats love RIOBANGs. They watch so intently. Oh, that's adorable. Fluffy, thank you for gifting a member. That's very kind of you, Fluffy. Appreciate that. And Fluffy has rented themselves a bunny for the month. Seems somehow appropriate. All right, so these are the girls now. They're going to cut between the girls and the lady. You'll get it. You're smart people.
These little girls have continued to incite a mob, and I've been harassed all day.
So she came up, did that, and then she touches me, or she does that, and then she says, "You're underage, you should probably hide that. If you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on."
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No.
Honestly, I was thinking she was a minor, and she should probably keep it covered because of the kids that were...
But also a minor to minor is a lot different than an adult to a minor. It'd be worse if she was an adult now.
Well, no.
Are you Ida?
Okay, so I got the cat's kind of out of the bag, so I'll let you know so you can follow along better in case you didn't know. They were out in public, and this group of young girls, young women, were standing there, and they were dressed in their short skirts. And this lady decided that their skirts were far too short for them to be out in public. And it was up to her, apparently, to do something about that. So she went up and approached them, pretty much kind of slut-shamed them, berated them, and ended up by pulling one of the girls' skirts down. I suspect in an effort to make the skirt longer more than to pull her skirt off. But regardless, what? You don't get to touch people like that. You don't get to do that. They're not your kids. So that's what's going on here. Fluffy, thank you for gifting another. Look, it worked. Fluffy, it worked. And Fluffy, see, I love it when that works like that. You guys are the best. Woot, woot, woot to Fluffy. Here, let's throw some. Yay, Fluffy. All right, so that's basically what's going on here. So now you know. The cat is out of the bag.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Good
to meet you.
So she's come to the police station because it's gone viral and she's getting some criticism online for her behavior. She doesn't like that.
So these little girls have continued to incite a mob, and I've been harassed all day. Not only did they took it down from St. George Post and her Facebook, but now she put it on Instagram, and now she put it on TikTok.
Okay.
No, so remember you look at my Instagram account, and they've been...
The boy sitting down there, that's her son. That's her lucky, lucky son.
harassing me all day. So I turn notifications off and everything, but they are trying to reach out to they're inciting someone that reaches out for personal.
Ratbat, this kind of hairstyle, it depends on how you style this look, okay? She's gone for the Karen styling, which we know you don't do. I'm sure you make this this style could go either way. This could be very cool. Just saying.
information to people to get their personal information, or someone that is known to like hunt people down.
Okay. Like PI?
Not FBI, but someone that can, I don't know, what do you?
It's just a person that will either reach out to communities or through various ways they are able to obtain information and they share it.
As like a
to
private
people to
investigator?
achieve.
Yeah, as a private.
Whether the goal is to get somebody fired, to something like that.
So she thinks that she thinks that they're trying to get people to dox her. That's what her boomer speak is trying to say.
They
continue to tag this guy and reach out to this guy to find it, my personal private information.
Sure.
And all of my stuff is usually private anyway. I don't normally disseminate my stuff out there, but in this particular situation, I told them who I was because not only were there minors involved that were all seated around me, but my son was present as well. And so that's the only reason why I was like, listen,
Listen, she doesn't want her son looking at girls' legs. That's it's unacceptable. Look at him. He's only 20. I don't know how old he is. I'm just guessing. He's not a baby. He might have even date. He might date. Like, he's not a child. Okay.
charges can like happen. You're hanging out, your private parts are hanging out in private in front of minors. That's not something that you should take lightly. Like,
Nobody's private parts were hanging out in front of minors. There was no dangling bits at all. The irony is, probably because I'm an old broad, I do agree. I think that a lot of girls wear skirts that are way too short. Now, that's because I'm old. And when I was their age, people my age didn't like what I wore. It's just what we do. Now, am I going to... Do they care what I think? No. It's not important. My opinion on what that generation wears is there's nothing less important in the world than my opinion on that. Knock yourselves out, have fun. I did. It's none of our business. You're not doing anything illegal. She's wearing a short skirt. I do agree. To me, that's all way too short. I play DTI. It's all too tarty. All the skirts are like up to the cooch. It's like, I don't like that. But that's me. I'm old. Let the kids do what the hell they want.
cover up. But it doesn't give them the right to disseminate my information publicly like that and to try to harass me to the extent that I've been having it. Like, I believe I'm 100% in believing in freedom of speech.
People voicing their opinion on your actions is not necessarily harassment. It's, and I think here in the United States where people tend to enjoy the privilege of free speech, right?
But when you omit, delete, and make it seem like one situation is totally different than the other, and then accuse me of sexual harassment without the facts, like at some point something needs to be done and needs to be stopped, and they have a...
Now, the problem too here is that we don't see, there's no video of the actual incident. The video that we will see soon is that picks up a little bit later on. And now we can see one of the girls' skirts from the video. I suspect that they were all very similarly dressed. They're like young girls. They look similar style. It's an exceptionally short skirt, but honestly, looks like one of the skirts in DTI. Looks like exactly like one of the skirts that I happen to like in Dress to Impress. So, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, sorry, old broad. They're not dressing for you.
Reputation for doing this, which is why none of the minor kids wanted to get up and say anything. And so, I don't...
The video she posted has currently reached 517,000 views.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just kind of blew up.
So the video that they posted about her is over 500,000 views now. And even the cop just went, damn. This woman must be getting so harassed online. But you know what, woman? Then stay out of the comment section, for one thing. Shut down your socials and make them all private. The other thing that I bet might happen is women like her in that age range. I know I hate to pick on people because I'm older than her, but I'm relatively internet savvy for my age. She probably is not. Now, people like her go out online and spew their shit and yap their mouth on Twitter or X or whatever, but they don't think about shutting their stuff down and making it private before they get out there and start kicking up a fuss, right? So only now is she probably thinking, oh, damn, I better make all my things private. You want to look for me on Facebook? I don't think you'll find me. My shit has been locked down for so long before I even started my YouTube channel. It's not a challenge. People can find me. It's not impossible, but it's not super easy. I bet you her Facebook is easy to find. So she doesn't understand the shitstorm that's coming for her exactly on the line, Kai. She's got to get out there on the line and learn how to work it.
People are
far from most video. It just kind of.
And it's because she's putting me out there as like a sexual predator.
Karen. Just
The hard part is, even if it's edited and made it deleted, obviously you could be looking at slander if it's not completely true, but the fact that you did touch her skirt, she can claim, if she wants, she can claim sexual battery, right? Mm-hmm. She hasn't. There's no legal investigation right now.
For the record, I haven't been on Facebook since I started my YouTube, so I do have an account. It was for family, so it was the most boring, nothing really honest on it. And I don't think I've touched it in like 5 years. So, have fun.
Either of you. Nobody's in trouble right now for any of that stuff, but it would have to be founded, right, on both ends, right? We know that you saw this, but we don't have any video evidence of her hanging out. We don't have any witnesses that have come forward and said this is what's happening other than I only have your account.
Because most of them were men, and I forwarded you a text message of the person that was with me that was a male, and it was like, I would be arrested in a nanosecond if I was sexually accused of like touching someone inappropriately.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Your male companion would have been arrested in a nanosecond for doing exactly what you did to this young girl. And quite frankly, the gender of the person who committed this assault is irrelevant. It's an assault on another person. So why do you see that it would have been, I just don't she has no logic. Her logic is baffling.
Right?
Not touching, I just mean they saw. The
Right.
witnesses come forward. There's documentation for it, that kind of thing.
But because of the sensitivity of the nature, and everyone thought she was a minor because she did look like a minor, and there was a ton of kids. It was the high school ball.
Did you think she was a minor?
Yes, I did. I actually thought she was, and that's why I was like.
So she thought she was a minor and still decided it was okay to pull her skirt down in public. She's admitting here that she thought she was a minor. This woman no longer works, but at this point worked in the state legislature, I think. She was an assistant for some legal office in the government. Okay. Hey, Peach Pie Peeps, thank you for being a brand new member. There's nothing better than a new alert who joins on a non-amber night. We love that. Thank you.
I just don't understand.
he
I don't
got
understand why you
charged.
went up and touched her.
I didn't touch her as a person. Like,
I mean, you can find it. But you see how that looks, right?
I got a standing ovation from everyone that was seating behind me.
That's totally
because
beside.
Listen, I pulled that bitch's skirt down and I got a standing ovation from the crowd. I can't believe she just said that without any sense of irony at all. She literally just said everybody clapped. Everybody clapped, you guys. With no irony in her voice at all.
At the point legally.
However,
Everybody clapped, guys. I don't know why this is muted.
A kid by touching another kid.
it's protecting a kid by covering their private parts.
Correct, but that's not your job to do.
Well, they weren't covering up, and
Call us. That's what I was trying to tell you.
I was trying to, you could see me on the video
You
trying
told
to
me that
dial the
it
phone.
would take too long for us to get there, so you didn't.
No, that's what but I was trying.
Originally, that's what she told the cops. I didn't call 911 because you would have taken too long to get there, so I had to deal with it myself. And now she's saying, I was trying. No, it wasn't out. It was a very short skirt.
Trying to dial you.
And like I said, we don't see the incident. We don't even see the girl to which it happened. But we do see a picture. We'll see it in a minute. Her friend, who has on also a very short skirt. I mean, quite frankly, they couldn't get much shorter. But it's not like you could see labia. They were just short skirts. They're mini skirts. What do you want?
You guys, but because they had everyone storming in, and you could see how they were being
They thought she was sexually battered. That's
no,
her claim.
That's her claim. That's her claim.
That's her claim. And all she knows is somebody grabbed her from behind.
No, because I told her that her parts were hanging out. And then when nothing was being done and all.
Listen, I told her parts were out, so it was fine that I grabbed her ass, right? I told her, right? It's okay, right? Oh, no.
They're now making up fake names.
Right, that's part of the harassment. So
Please do not contact me.
That's what I tell everyone you're engaging in. Then this is just a civil banter that.
Then the posts need to come down, and they need to stop to cover. And I was trying to dial. I mean, you see me on the video where I have my phone in hand and I'm trying to dial, but I couldn't even dial. And then that's when the owner was coming up. So it's all
I understand that
perception.
there's inappropriateness with how she's dressed. I can totally understand that portion. I can understand that things got blown out of proportion, and I can understand your standpoint from it. But I guess, what do you want me to do?
Well, the posts need to come down, and they need to stop.
That's freedom of speech. There's no crime.
Not when they
can say whatever they want.
No, but I mean, they're reaching me.
No.
I mean, all their little friends.
No, but all their little friends are being really mean to me online, officer. So I need you to go tell them to take all their posts that are mean to me down and make them stop being mean to me. This is a 40-year-old woman. What the hell is wrong with her?
Tell them to stop talking to you?
No,
Try that.
because then that is me instigating them.
But that's.
So the cop has basically said to her, why don't you just tell them to leave you alone? And she's going, no, I can't do that. Now, in a way, she's right. It is like feeding the troll, but he's saying, do it in a way that's appropriate. Even her son says, just draft this really basic letter. And the cop says, I did it again. And the cop says, if you do draft this really basic letter that says, leave me alone, if they then pursue you, then we can look at it for harassment. But as of right now, it's not harassment. He said, have you told her to stop? And she says, no, because that'll make it worse.
Arrested. I haven't approached it. I haven't said anything. I've been pretty silent.
That's the best way to approach it, because everything blows over. The more you incite it, the more it's going to get views. It's going to blow up. Then the problem you're going to run into is if she comes to the department because of this and she decides that she wants to go sexual battery against you. It's going to be her word versus yours, and your word versus hers for the lewdness. And I'm going to end up submitting charges for both of you to an attorney for them to decide, because I wasn't there. I don't have witnesses. I don't have documentation. I have a video of it potentially is edited. I'm not going to use that as evidence. So that's what we could. I mean, each of you could equally be investigated right now. I would prefer that. I don't like charging people ever.
So that's when she went to the police station. There's just a lot of her justifying her behavior. Now I'll show you the video so you can get a look at. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Okay. Hang on, I'm sharing two different ways here, so. Mr. Man is the coziest of all the men ever there was. Entire screen, share audio, share. Share. So this is the body cam itself, not the body cam. This is the video footage, and this is all we have. A lot of it, if there's any more, has been taken down from the internet. It was really hard to find this clip, actually. What it says here is, girl was with a group of young ladies. They did defend her verbally, but not physically. So, you know, they weren't exactly all super polite to this old broad, but who said she deserved that? Nobody. So let me know if you cannot hear it. I'm going to assume that you can.
You're 18. She is 19 years old.
You don't get to touch her. You don't get to touch her. We're all sitting over there. You don't get to touch her. Then don't come up and talk to her. You do not get to touch her.
Really? We would love for you to call the police. Go ahead and call the police.
Why are you? So why are you? It's not appropriate.
Look at the skirt. You can see it a little bit. You can see it a little bit. It looks just like the one in DTI, the little white miniskirt with the belt with the double grommets on it. It's cute as can be. But I mean, it's probably very, very short. But again, that's irrelevant. Unless she's naked, and even at that, even if she was naked and you went up and grabbed her, you're still assaulting her. Two wrongs don't make a right. She would be indecent exposure. You would be assault. You don't have the right. I love the expression, your right to extend your arm ends at my nose. In other words, you have every right in the world until it impedes on someone else's rights, and then there's a problem, right?
I happen to work for the state, and if I have to watch your ass cheeks hanging out again, I will call CPS.
Do it.
She said, I happen to work for the state. And if I have to see your ass cheeks hanging out again, I will call DPS. The girl just told you she's 19, right? This is an adult. It's a young adult, but she's an adult.
Yeah, go for it right now.
She's over 18.
She is 19 years old.
It's a miniskirt. It's just a miniskirt. Is it short? It's a short miniskirt.
You do not get to touch her.
Really? We would love for you to call the police. Go ahead and call the police.
Why are you? So why are you? It's not appropriate.
Can't see it very well, but I think we've watched most of this. This is all just the body cam. The clips overlap, so bear with me. That was the body cam footage. And this is it's made the national news. It's on NBC.
To watch your ass cheeks hanging out again.
All right, story time.
Okay, so this is the girl now. I believe this is one of her friends, not the actual girl it happened to. I believe it's her friend, but this is what she has to say. Listen.
On that last video, Karen. So me and a ton of my friends were at dinner for one of my friend's birthday parties that night at this really nice restaurant in our city, like the nicest restaurant. It's just the best restaurant in my town. So it was super busy. Saturday night, there was high school dances that night. There was tons of dance groups, tons of people. Like, it's a 2-story restaurant. Like,
Andy, thank you for dropping by. I hope to see you on replay. Have a lovely time, I hope.
Keep in mind, it's huge. So there was a ton of people in the waiting room, just like so many people to see this all go down.
MTJ's in the house.
She comes up to my friend and she reaches under her skirt, yanks it down, and then squeezes her sides because she's wearing a crop top. And it's like, you're probably underage. You probably shouldn't be wearing that. Which you just imply that you think she's a minor and you just assaulted her.
Okay, let's listen to that description again of what happened. It's pretty bad. It's pretty effing bad.
And she comes up to my friend and she reaches under her skirt, yanks it down, and then squeezes her sides because she's wearing a crop top. And it's like, you're probably underage. You probably shouldn't be wearing that.
Like, honestly, if anybody reached under my skirt, I'm not a physically violent person, but my first thought is that my gut reaction would be to punch them in the head. Like, would that not be your first reaction? Now, Ella, we got to be careful because this is a young girl's retelling of a story. So when I was watching it, there was parts that sounded maybe a little exaggerated, and the choice of words was interesting. The story is basically true, but I think there might be a sprinkling of drama on it a little, but we'll let her tell it.
Would you just imply that you think she's a minor and you just assaulted her? And you think, anyway, what? I digress.
Like, I don't think the woman was trying to reach for her bits. I really think that this stupid entitled Karen just thought she was going to hike that girl's skirt down and make it. First of all, you can't. It's a mini skirt. If you pull it down, it's going to come off her. You can't make it longer by pulling on it. But I think in my head, I'm thinking that was her intent, was to just yank it down to make it a little longer. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still not right. But I mean, I don't think she was trying to get sexual with the girl, basically, is what I'm saying.
So my friend comes in, she's in shock, and she's telling us all like what happened. And we're all obviously talking about it in the waiting room. And the lady's sitting down on a bench and we're kind of just standing next to her, there's nowhere to sit. And we're looking at her, you can tell that we're talking about what just happened. And that's when she comes up and everything goes down in the video where she's like, I'm gonna call CPS, like, bitch, what the fuck? I'm gonna call the police, your ass is hanging out, whatever. At the end of the video,
The other thing is she told the police that the girl was naked and that she could see pubes. And the girl said, not only was I wearing underwear, but I was wearing bike shorts on top of the underwear because it's a really short skirt.
cuts off is when the store manager comes up and is like, you need to sit down. Like, this is not okay. Keep in mind, everyone she came with is sitting on the bench, just like red-faced, so embarrassed. No one's coming to stick up for her. She's very clearly in the wrong. And she's trying to be like, all of us have to, and we're just like, all of you, no one is here but you. Like, you're the only one that cares, And so she goes and sits down, whatever, we go on with our night. The next day, I post a video on Facebook, word of mouth, for my city. And I'm like, explain what happened, whatever. I'm like, anybody know this lady? Whatever. Someone messages me and they send me her Facebook. So I go to it. And if you know Facebook, it says like where you went to high school, your date of birth, whatever it says.
It does if you leave it public. It doesn't have to tell everybody all that information. But again, like I said, this lady didn't know the shitstorm that was incoming. So all her stuff was still probably pretty open. It's like Mama Lynn. I don't understand why her Facebook is still public. It's like, what's wrong with these people that keep these things open to the public? I don't understand.
Where you work.
My Facebook was locked down when I used to go on Facebook. I had it so it was undiscoverable by search. And I wasn't a YouTuber then. I was just a normal human being. I'm like, I don't want people. I'll find them if I want them on my friends list.
She says, I work for the state, So I'm like, okay, let's see where you work. She works at the Utah State General Attorney's Office. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, you're literally fucked, like filing a complaint, you're getting fired, whatever. So I message her and I'm like, good luck, just like kind of petty, whatever. And she was literally like, I have a written threat now. And I'm like,
yeah, see, now this is where she makes her mistake. Why are you poking the bear? The woman already did something wrong. She crossed the line. She could get charged. It's up to you. You're winning. There's no need to go stalk her on Facebook to send her a snippy little message. But I feel like this is where the young person comes in, The story is sprinkled with things that don't ring exactly true, but they sure make it sound better. And then she's doing this. Like, there's no need to do that. And then now the woman goes, I've got a written threat. You just made it. Like, you're just making it worse, right? Guy, don't go on Facebook. Why would you want to go on Facebook?
The video I have of you, Instagram. Okay. And she's like, it was indecent exposure. My minor son was in the room. And I'm like, your minor son? There was literally no children in there. She's talking about the high school dance group sitting next to her. She was chauffeuring her son's high school dance group, which, for one, if my mom did that, I would be like, I actually can't believe you. That was so embarrassing.
So the woman was chauffeuring her son's dance group and did this in front of her son and his friends. Can you imagine? Oh, okay, Ella, they've got Moomin mug collections. Listen, power to you Facebookers. I loved Facebook when I was into it. I just don't have any time for that. And like I said, it was mostly just for relatives, so it really wasn't very sincere or honest. It was just kind of a... Okay, I'll go delete it.
Like, so embarrassing. And I'm like, I'm sure your son didn't really care. I'm really sure he didn't care, but you cared. And she was just trying to cause this whole thing over Facebook. She ended up blocking me, whatever. I think she reported my post because it got taken down. That's why I posted on TikTok, and here we are, you know? So we're gonna file a complaint to her employer. If it was me, I would call the police, but it's not up to me. It didn't happen to me. It happened to my friends. So I'm like, you do what you feel is right. But let me know what you would do, because it was actually a fever dream. I was like, this is not actually happening. This is fake. This is not real life.
Okay, it wasn't actually a fever dream. It was actually a fever dream. No, it wasn't. A woman assaulted you. That's what happened. So you should have gone to the cops. So here we have update number 2. Now, the woman has been charged. The woman was charged. She was arrested and charged. Now, this is update number 2.
All right, I just want to give a little update on everything that's happened post police report being made and Ida being arrested. Just everything that's came out. So I think it was the night of or the night after the whole occurrence happened. She tried to go to the police station and tell them that my friend's pubic hair was showing and that she was wearing no underwear and it was an indecent exposure. And she literally told the police officer that she did pull down my friend's skirt. But then I have messages with her on Facebook prior to this where I called her out for it and she said, I didn't even touch her. I didn't pull down her skirt. See, obviously, she's a liar.
That's what I find. See, this is the part that I find a little shady, and you don't need to be shady. You're winning. You got a big W in the win column. You don't need to do this. The woman is very careful with her wording, and she does say over and over again in the things I've watched, I didn't touch that girl. I touched her skirt. She says it over and over again, as if she thinks that makes a difference. We all know it doesn't. But this girl doesn't. She says, the woman said, I didn't touch, I did touch her. No, she didn't. She's been real careful to say, I only touched her skirt. I never touched her body. Like, it doesn't matter. But now this girl's saying she did. You know, like, it's just, you don't need to, don't muddy the waters. You've got a clear case.
Completely insane. She called the police station like 7 times from what I know. And she was in jail. She's out of jail now. But it has been on multiple news stations now. It's been on ABC4, KSL, Daily Mail.
Ratbat. I'm not going to read that, but I'll put it up here and I'll respond by saying, of course, because you know how 18-year-old girls these days really like to rock that look. I'm guessing they don't, but you know, maybe they do, but I don't think so.
I've gotten messages from Inside Edition. It's absolutely huge.
You'd freeze? I'd punch him in the head.
I really wonder if she has learned her lesson. I also believe that she is not.
There's no lesson for this woman to learn. She's not going to learn a lesson. She thinks she's right. She thinks she's right. So there's not like she's a kid who's doing something inappropriate and she needs to have her behavior corrected. She won't have her. She thinks she's right. It's not a behavioral twitch. It's a moral issue.
Allowed to have a job at the state with the state anymore. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure she is fired. So.
To watch your ass cheeks.
And she was indeed fired, from what I've read.
Did that, and then she touches me, or she.
Now, I've skipped forward here to the end. Now, this is the girls in the police station. Now, this would be prior to the one we just saw where she was doing the 2-part reacting to the charges. But it's just interesting to hear them. That's very honest. It's pretty clear.
Does that, and then she says, you're underage, you should probably hide that. If you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on.
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No.
for me. That's why I was wondering when you mentioned that you thought she might be drinking. I thought there was a judgment issue maybe going on too.
Right. And then she came back up a second time after Avery came up. Our other friend Avery, fun fact, same name. She was standing right next to her. And the second time she came up, she touched both their hips and squeezed them, like pinched us, and said she was going to call Child Protective Services if she saw. And then the rest was on video.
Yeah, I saw the video, and I think 57,000 other.
We saw the video too, and I didn't see her grab them by the waist and squeeze them. I did see her say she was going to call CPS. I didn't see her actually doing that then, but like I said, they don't need to fluff up the story. They got a clear win here. And he just said, yeah, I saw the video too.
People saw it too.
Yeah.
When the first time, so she never said anything, you turned around, when the first touch, was that just skirt or was that your body?
No, that was my body and my skirt.
So my perspective was, because I
saw
had a perfect view of it. She's sitting on the bed trailer, and it looked like she got up and said something to her husband or the dude that she was with, handed him something, and then she just sassily walked right up to her, and I don't think she said anything. She just pulled the skirt down, then says something, and then walks back. And then that's when I told her, I was like, hey, she just pulled her skirt down, that was weird.
And then we all started talking.
So then there's this group, they're talking, they're saying this stuff, they're all looking at her for probably maybe 80 seconds, 90 seconds. And then she gets up again, comes over, and that's when they started.
I know, I snort. I heard that too. She sassily walked up. It sounded so funny coming out of his mouth. I heard it too, and I just let it go by, but...
I let it go for a sec, and then I went over and was just kind of tripping. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't talk to her. You have no right, blah, blah.
And there was mention of where she was saying, I don't want to, in the video she said, I don't want to see your whole ass cheeks, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
And even if it was a little bit of, let's say...
if she was there to protect that young girl, first of all, she wasn't acting very protective. She was acting offended. And she wouldn't speak to her like that about her ass cheeks. She's being really vulgar if she was there to protect the innocence of this young girl, right?
But exposed.
Yeah, her husband was there watching the whole scene.
Correct.
I had shorts and underwear on.
And so she's also claiming that they couldn't have been on because she saw, like I said,
and fallen,
in detail, which that's why I asked those questions, just to see.
She's a video of her going out.
I got that video, and that's why, so I can confirm that too. I'm just checking that you were wearing underwear. You were wearing shorts over your underwear, underneath the skirt.
Footage? Okay.
And the full video and everything.
The footage of the restaurant?
Oh no,
I'm in contact with the boss, and I asked her before any of this was happening.
So they're trying to get a... Maybe she... Rat Bat, you're funny tonight. Okay, so now she goes back to the police station. This is her arrest. So let's watch this. The girls are just going to keep, talking about the incident.
And he pulled me over. It was the people that she turned to after she talked to us. He was like, I'm so sorry that happened. Are you guys okay? And I was like, we're fine.
That's probably why she told me she doesn't want to involve her son at all. Okay, so I told you I'd do a full investigation if they came forward, right? So they came forward with their side of the story. I only had yours. After listening to everything Totelli about everything going on, I've talked to Sakura. I got some of their video. I've got the TikToks. I think most everybody in the city has that TikTok. And then we've got your statement, her statement. So I'll try to make it as unbiased and fair as I can, right? I do have some concerns from what I've been told by them.
Look at her face. Up until this moment, 1 second before I paused, look at the smarmy face. She thinks she's so right. Look at the way she's smiling and nodding. She's like, and then her face changes. Watch, it's so funny. Wait a second, let's go back. She's so righteous, and then her whole demeanor changes in 1 second.
Full investigation if they came forward, right? So they came forward with their side of the story. I only had yours.
Yes.
After listening to everything Totelli about everything going on, I've talked to Sakura. I got some of their video. I've got the TikToks. I think most everybody in the city has that TikTok.
Watch.
And then we've got your statement, her statement. So I'll try to make it as unbiased and fair as I can, right? I do have some concerns from what I've been told by them. Obviously, some things you've also told to me, right? Even when we talk, two wrongs don't make a right. When we were talking about that, I said, there's criminal behavior that's happened regardless. And the other aspect was, if she was exposed and there was a lewdness aspect, would I investigate it? Absolutely. And that was the other claim, right? Those are two little things. The electronic communication harassment we've addressed. Everything that's come in now is going to be from who knows where. They even mentioned, like, I don't even live in the country, some of these text messages that you're getting. If anything comes in further, you're probably going to have to report that to Santa Clara where you live for the electronic side, because that's going to be now an internet-related crime that's not related.
It's happening while I'm at work, like during business hours while I'm at work, which is why you
in the city?
Yeah.
Where are you working? Typically with something like this where I don't have video, if I didn't have video footage, it'd probably be going a different route with this, because there's video footage and because of the claims made, and I have to protect victims. Today you're going to be placed under arrest for sexual battery. Okay? So that's the unfortunate side of all this.
You're arrested.
And that's when they all clapped. Oh, okay, she got the timing wrong. This is when everybody clapped.
Yeah, right now you are under arrest, okay? So if you just face my sergeant and put your hands behind your back.
I wish we could see your face.
No, I was just trying to put that in.
Just follow those instructions.
And just relax your hands here.
Do you have a vehicle?
I don't know why they blurred it.
Yeah.
TJ.
No.
We can keep it protected.
Come get your car.
I'm sorry, what?
Is there somebody we can call?
She seems very chill about it all, though. Considering how righteous she is, I'm surprised she's being this chill about it. But maybe it's because she worked in
For you to have them come pick
the
up
law,
your vehicle.
legal office, legal counsel, whatever she does.
Probably my 17-year-old is at home. So.
Control.
Just double lock them so they don't cinch up on you.
It's very satisfying, though, to see her in cuffs, isn't it?
That way they won't cinch on you. I know it's unfortunate, Ida, but what should I do?
Well, I
These are
mean,
the facts of the
honestly,
case.
I was honestly thinking she was a minor, and she should probably keep it covered because of the kids that were.
But also, a minor to minor is a lot different than an adult to a minor. It'd be worse if she was an adult, no?
Well, no, I was looking at it from a mother's perspective. Like,
What do you have any type of pocket? I don't.
Yeah, I do.
I'll just search those instead of going
I don't
to
have
pull
anything.
everything. You don't have anything concealed on you that's illegal.
I
No
was thinking
drugs,
as a
guns.
mother, were you? Would you like that to happen to your children out in public? Have a strange adult person put their hands on them like that? Whether it touched her flesh or not is irrelevant.
Bombs, that kind of stuff. Wearing a bra?
Yeah.
Nothing in your bra?
No.
Okay, they go through a body scanner, so just tell everybody that. I'm not concerned with you shooting me in the back of the head. Are you going to do that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I honestly like.
Standard questions we have to ask you.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'd do a full search on you, but I understand
Yeah.
the circumstances here, so you can just walk this way. Don't want you to fall out. These ones work, so I don't have to reach over. You just slide in. Backwards is the easiest.
Oh, I actually can get in.
Okay, watch your hands.
Bye. Have a nice trip. Safe drive. Don't forget to belt up. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
And the ever so satisfying slamming of the door. So she has been now arrested. Oh, it's reception. Look, reception. She's wearing a pretty short skirt. It's so arbitrary, really, isn't it? Clothing. It's so stupidly arbitrary. Like how somebody dresses or what their hair is like is so stupidly arbitrary. It's ridiculous, you know? Like, honest to God. I'm going to make fun of somebody for wearing something. Guess what? In 10 years, it's going to be different and it doesn't matter. It's just clothes, right? What did Denver say? She does earn some points for not. She was very compliant, but I suspect that's because at that point she might have been a little afraid for her job because she knows she's getting arrested and she works in state legal counsel. So she's not completely stupid. But I mean, apparently she did lose her job anyway. So, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And And that's her story. Now, you want to talk a little bit about that big glass that we follow? Not much to say, but I do want to just check her Instagram. Apparently there's some trouble in paradise. Did you know there's some trouble in paradise? Oh, God love her. She's uploaded her Instagram. How about that? She did. Oh, no, not really. Stupid. All it says is this. The last thing she posted was, first of all, so stupid. Okay, this one says, I need more assumptions for my YouTube video. Thank you. Assume whatever you want. Let me clarify. So the little, our dear narc, Amberlyn Reed, posted the other day, let me clarify things. Post an assumption about me and I'll clarify it. And I thought, are you kidding me? Now she's saying, say something about me and I'll tell you how wrong you are, basically. So now it's just going to be her saying, I'm right. You're wrong. Oh, by the way, you're wrong about that. Oh, no, you're wrong about that. Oh, that? No, that's wrong. So that's what the next video is going to be. And that was 2 days ago. And I guess she didn't get enough responses. She wants, because people don't understand what the hell she means, basically. Hasn't she already done that? Of course she has, Kai. We've answered every question. This woman has spent 10 years on YouTube doing nothing but talking about herself. And she thinks there's any questions left that anybody has to ask about her. Good Christ, she's more documented than any human on the planet, I swear to God. Except for maybe, there's a couple of others, but you know what I mean. We've asked and answered every question 16 times, Ethan says. Twice, I say 10. I just find the whole concept of a Q&A so arrogant. Like, do you have anything interesting that people want to know about you, or you're just a normal human being? Nobody gives a fuck what you like. I'd do a Q&A with, like, Jane Goodall or like somebody who's accomplished something that I want to know about that. But I'm not going to get on there and ask her about what's her favorite color. Nobody gives a shit. It's so ridiculous. I can't get over the fact that she makes a living doing that. Foodie did a Q&A too. I don't follow Foodie at all. Rio Q&A. Well, that's different. I know which side my bread is buttered on. It's on the Siamese side. Ella says, I do want to know Jane's favorite Taylor Swift song, though. Who's Jane? Ask Amber about chimps. Like, I would do a Q&A about the Amazon. Like something specific, interesting, different. Not, do you guys want to do it? There's even a button here on YouTube. It's so weird. I looked at it the other day. I was like, what the hell is that? Where it says, start a poll. There's a place where I can start a poll. There's another place that says, start a Q&A. Answer viewer questions live. I'm like, oh, good Lord. Surprised she doesn't do a live stream and do that. I don't know what it looks like or how it appears. Jane Goodall. Yeah. Is that not right? I'm confused now why you're kidding me about Jane Goodall. I know, Snork, I'm lost. Help me. Did I say her name wrong? Oh, Jane. Who's Jane? Jane Goodall. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay, we're back up. Hey. Hi, I'm back. Hi, it's Merc. I'm back. I can't be that stoned. I've been live for an hour and a half. Come on. Wow. See, that's what happens when I'm down a quart. Look. I'll show you this so you'll stop. Don't make fun of me. Look. Look. It's a it's a little it's a little snort. See, I know how to distract. You guys are so easily distracted. Quick, show them something fuzzy. It's like, here, quick, do this. Oh, look at him face. It's not a squirrel, it's a snork. It's also known as a side duck, but it's so soft. Merc.exe stopped unexpectedly. I don't know what it is today. Well, I might know. It might be this. What's this? Peach gelato. I didn't realize it would do that to me. There's no new Nomies, Beck. Tim was here on, I don't know what day, Saturday or Friday, I don't know. And there was a new one. I now have 7. They're all on the windowsill. No, it's not. I'm not dumb. It's spinach. I'm like Popeye. I like my spinach. I'm not like olive oil. She's way too thin. I'm more like Popeye. See? Spinach, peach gelato. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I don't know what we're going to do in the Discord tonight. What the hell are we going to do in the Discord tonight? All I want to do is keep watching our Monday night series. Oh, Wednesday. Do we watch something Wednesdays? Oh, no. We used to watch From, and then we changed it. And tomorrow is... Dan might be doing tomorrow. I don't know. And then it's Dexter night tomorrow as well. But none of that answers. You know what, Beck? I kind of stopped the musicals because honestly, we did so many musicals that we did most of the good ones over a year and a half. So I think we'll do it again, but we'll take a break from that for a while. Although if they're really good, we can just watch a musical. It doesn't have to be musical night. Murder. Oh, murder thingy. Thank you, Ella. Do we still watch Murder Thingy? Only Murders in the Building is Wednesday nights. Nakey. Nakey's a default show. We watch that all the time. No, Dan, Thursday's fine. I'm just curious. Absolutely no pressure ever, never. Mamma Mia, too. Ella. Are we finished? Did we finish Only Murders? That's what happened, right? We finished it. Body cam. Sorry, I can't see anything. Give me a second. With or without at this point. No. Okay. Somebody suggested a series that was about, it wasn't AI. Pitch Perfect guy. They get mad at me because we watch it so often. Because I love Pitch Perfect, like all 3 of them. We should watch Yellow Jackets. Amber loved Yellow Jackets, by the way. The Menu. I believe we watched The Menu. It's a movie. Life in Pieces. I don't know. Somebody just suggested just the other night, too. And what was it? It was a series about... It wasn't AI, but it was something, modern. Zombieland. We just watched it. MTJ, like 3 weeks ago. Everybody, Pitch Perfect, we've watched it so many times. MTJ, you won't even be there. I know. She wants us to watch her movies, and then she's like, pops in for 5 minutes and goes, oh my God, the baby tomatoes are, the cherry tomatoes are driving me crazy. I have to go. And then she's gone, which is fine. She's a busy mom, but you know, you're there for the good movies. MTJ, are you saying you don't like Tusk? Fuck. We'll have to do a show wheel, Ella. That's an excellent idea. Let's meet in the Discord at like 5 to 7, because we'll start watching something at 7. So we'll just do a crazy free-for-all night on the wheel. It's free-for-all night. Miss Tomato Jam, you're missing the romantic love story of the century. I'll die on that hill. What if Amber watches Tusk? Can you imagine? Do you think she'd like Tusk? She liked the substance, but that was about being pretty. So I think maybe that's why she liked the substance. Because it was about being ever so pretty. Hey, the galaxy light looks really cool in the window right now, doesn't it? Hey, that looks kind of neat, doesn't it? Mark's room looks freaky. Yellow Jackets. Everybody keeps saying Yellow Jackets. I feel like I watched 2 minutes of it and I couldn't get into it, but that could have been just the moment. So I know she loved it. Anyway, we could talk about shows forever, but it's really not that interesting. We could do that in the Discord. I'm going to... Hey, Still Magnolias. We haven't watched that. You know, there's another really good movie we haven't watched is Fried Green Tomatoes. We haven't watched that either. Here's another movie I'd like to watch one day, In Cold Blood. We haven't watched that either. I know, random and disparate choices, but that's how we roll, right? Apollo 13 is so good. We've watched it once, but it's so good. That's another movie. I bet I've watched it 10 times, and I could watch it over and over again. Hi, the bum. How you doing? Let me move this. Look who's here. It's the mans. Hi, handsome man. What you doing? You look very pretty. Your eyes look very blue in the light. Hey, Patu, have a good night's sleep. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of... We've watched With Nell and I, Dan, and you know what? I don't think it went over that well. It's one of my very favorite movies. It was a really important movie in my childhood. Drank a lot of sherry watching With Nell and I. How to Get Ahead in Advertising is also good. I think we watched it. I also like Liquid Sky. I'd like to rewatch that again. It's weird. Hi, sweetie. Are you okay? I know. I'm right here. He doesn't like me. He tolerates me. That's fine. We have an arrangement. We have an arrangement of tolerance, don't we? Don't we? No, he said no. We don't really. Yeah, you lied. You're a full lie. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to eat, and we're going to meet at 7 or 5 to 7. I could watch Les Mis again. I'm telling you, tonight is a free-for-all. Let's do just chaotic free-for-all tonight. I'll meet you in Discord. We'll spin a wheel. We'll watch something. We'll have some fun. I want to thank you all for joining me at this non-Amber night, because I know our views are always low for non-Amber nights, but I know it's okay because you're the best ones. So it doesn't really matter. Thank you guys for being the best ones. Thank you for Rio as well. Click like, subscribe, grab a channel membership, do all the YouTube-y things. And tomorrow we're going to start a new series on reality show narcissists. So tomorrow I'm going to upload kind of like a little intro to the series, and then it'll become on Tuesdays. It'll be coming in on Tuesdays. Reality show narcissists, and I think we're going to start with Farah from Teen Mum. And there's so many of them, I can't wait to get into it. It's like a never-ending cesspool of narcissism. So hopefully we'll enjoy that series. Be sure to catch that. on Thursday, tomorrow. So until we meet again, you know the routine. Just be kind. And hasta luego. Bye.